Last Wish is Destiny's newest raid. I feel like I say this every time a raid comes out, but Last Wish is by far the hardest day one raid Bungie has ever released, and it has the most encounters of any Destiny raid. The minimum power of any enemy in the raid is 560, scaling up to 580. This place is absolutely insane. But we're going to get started with one of the easier and more straightforward encounters, Kali the Corrupted. Team composition for Kali is relatively open. Since you have pretty good access to the boss, Melting Point and other debuffs will work very well for boss damage, and while there are a decent number of enemies that spawn in the fight, it's not enough that you would need any specific subclass otherwise, except for maybe an Orpheus Rig Night Stalker. Most offensive supers, if not all of them, work just fine. A Warlock Well of Radiance will also be very welcome for boss damage, but you can probably get away with just an Empowering Rift, along with Gunslinger Hunters for burst damage. In terms of weaponry, if you're low power, you may want to keep your distance with snipers and long-range weapons, but as your power increases, you can move into shotguns to take care of knights that spawn, or for more risky boss damage moves. While something like Whisper of the Worm is very powerful for boss damage, her head is very small and she moves around a lot, so you should use this at your own risk. Something like Sleeper Simulant will be a bit more consistent. Before you start, for this encounter, you'll want to split your team into 3 groups of 2 for reasons I will mention soon. Around the entirety of the room are 9 plates, each with a symbol above it. In the middle of the arena will be 3 pairs of varying symbols for a total of 6. The objective here is to complete the 3 pairs of symbols with their corresponding plates. You need to stand on plates that have one of the symbols in the middle of the room. The outside plates themselves will be divided into 3 sections. 2 of those sections will have taken blights on them, and these blights explode after about 8 seconds or so. At low power levels, these explosions will instantly kill you, although it wouldn't surprise me if it is just a guaranteed one-shot at higher levels. After the blights explode, they'll disappear and reappear on 2 new sections. You need to move to the safe section of your plate back and forth for 3 or 4 rotations while staying alive by whatever means necessary. After your rotations, assuming you did it correctly, a taken knight will spawn and you need to kill it. When your knight is killed, you should go roam the room helping everyone else as needed. Note that if you complete a plate which has a symbol not listed in the middle of the room, you will summon an ogre, so, don't do that. Kali will also roam the room attempting to force push you off of your plate by knocking you up and then away, so watch out for that. You can shoot her to get her to go away faster. After you complete the 6 required plates, Kali will conceive an ontological weapon, which basically means that you can damage her for a short time. After 15 seconds, she will prepare to use the weapon, which is the wipe mechanic. After about 10 or 12 seconds after that, anyone not in a safe room will be killed. The safe rooms are in the pit in the middle of the room and correspond to what side of the pit she is on. When the prompt appears that she will use the weapon, 6 random doors on the side that she is on will open up. What a coincidence. And you need to get inside of one of these rooms to stay alive. When the doors open after the weapon has been used, a lot of Scions will be waiting for you. This is where an Orpheus Rig Hunter works wonders, but any sort of offensive super will be just fine. She will then rotate from side to side until all 3 sides have been rotated to, and then you will repeat this process until she dies. You have 15 seconds to deal damage and then another 10 to get into the safe zones for the next 2 damage cycles as well. With actual coordination, debuffs, rifts, etc., you should be able to get this done in 2 rotations, and when at higher gear levels and optimization, maybe even just 1. As for encounter flow, it's pretty straightforward. Assign people into pairs, then have each pair take a set of symbols from the center of the room, refer to the chart on screen. Those pairs will roam to their respective symbol plate in the room, wherever it may be, and complete it, then help others as needed. When the boss is ready for damage, coordinate supers and debuffs to do as much damage as possible within the time frame. Note that she will do an AoE smash attack that will either kill you or hurt you really badly if you enter melee range, so use shotguns like Ikelos at your own risk. Whisper and Sleeper for now will be your best bets, at least as of the making of this video. After Kali comes Shuro-Chi, who we will cover in the next video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you at the next fight.